on Twitter, like I've seen a lot of stuff about findom. So like,
what is that?
Findom is, I don't know specific terms and all that, but
she's just saying we don't kink shame around here.
Yeah,
that's like
exactly.
her.
I was like, some people are into that stuff, so I just try to like respectfully listen. I haven't really thought that people are like mentally ill.
Yeah, but if it was a man,
well, you're saying all men submissive people are mentally ill.
He would be a monster.
That's basically what you're saying. Is all people that want to actually be, because there's people that pay people to be made. There's people that enjoy that. Like there's people that dress up in fucking sex outfits and clean your house and live there permanently.
Yeah, they're mentally unwell. Listen, you can't tell me that a guy who demands that you take his last dime so that he can come harder is not a mentally unwell man. Of course they're mentally unwell, and it's exploiting that mental unwellness. And it's like, somehow I don't understand why women give each other a pass on this. Why they're not like, you sick psychopath, why are you doing this horrible thing to this guy? I don't actually get it.
I guess I can explain that. Some women, when we're like doing this shit, we get like kind of, I don't know, our brain, when society is like, oh, that's okay, then we start doing, we get used to doing that stuff. It's not, anybody doesn't tell us it's wrong. We're not going to break that pattern of being like, oh, that doesn't sound right. No, you know, because we kind of get like into this, like, just as all of society, we're kind of brainwashed into shit, and we were kind of like, don't think that's brainwashing.
Yeah, but did he ask for this, or did you propose the idea?
He asked for the dog bed. He's asked for this stuff. Like, I didn't.
Did he like sit you down, have a conversation with you?
Actually, yeah, kind of. Yeah, a little bit.
And do you ever see this ending? Is there an end point in the future?
Yeah, I haven't thought about that. But they're.
But the
I mean, if I met somebody that I actually enjoyed spending time with, that actually like wasn't like wanted to do the equal part, like have a car, and they had a good job, then yeah, I would be like, yeah, you know what, I found someone that I actually appreciate. Like they want to put half of the weight into the relationship. I probably would be like, this is not going to work out.
It seems like from everything that you've said about relationships, that like relationships to you are just like a financial situation where like if we want to go 50-50, provide for him, he provides for me. But like, in my opinion, there's so much more, like especially when it comes to long-term monogamy and having a child already. If her dad's not in her life, having a strong person to help. I know being a single mom, it's impossible to do everything. That's amazing that your sister helps out. But even being able to spend enough quality time with your child while also trying to bring income in. I'm only 24. I don't have a daughter, but I do have friends who have, you know, children, and they have husbands who are very helpful, and I can't imagine them doing half the things they do. I don't know what it's like to
have a good man.
So yeah. Has this started from when you were young? Have you always gone after abusive men? Or at least men who just weren't high value, up to the standard, really wanted you for everything that you are and not just the financial aspect?
Yeah, it's been an issue with starting with my narcissistic mother to like the men she dated. Yeah.
So do you see that you're repeating that pattern for your daughter now, when you can break the cycle instead and choose better?
I've started to notice it more recently, and it's been very difficult to break something that's psychologically ingrained into me. I need like that's not an overnight healing thing that you can just do overnight. That is a lot of work to put in.
Well, is your daughter not worth putting in the work for?
Well, yeah, she is.
So then why not start tomorrow? Kick him out of your house. You don't have to find a new man, but you can put all that energy into your child, and you can heal and attract somebody who wants you for who you are, not just any financial benefits that you can offer, not for a dog bed, for genuinely who you are as a human being.
You know, I actually, the last week I've been, like, we've started fighting about stupid shit, and I was like, you know, I don't know why I'm doing this, but I've been doing it for a while, and it's not enjoyable like it was when we were first like connected. It was just a past relationship, and I'm dragging that along with me because I'm scared of like fully embracing being in the future and not in the past. And I think that's just trauma, just holding me back from being happy.
The best advice I ever got.
No, you're not a victim here.
You got to let go.
You're not a victim here. You're the victimizer here. You're the victimizer, not the victim. Like, Every time I see this pattern of when a woman is clearly victimizing a man, clearly victimizing him, they go, well, it's okay, don't give me too much pushback because after all I have former trauma. It's like, that's no excuse. I'm sorry, you don't get to do horrible things to people because horrible things were done to you. All of us have had horrible things done to us. All of us. No, you're no exception. right? Everybody's had horrible things done to them in life.
Yeah, but also
and have dealt with horrible challenges in life. Everybody has dealt with horrible challenges.
Yeah.
Right? What you're doing right now, right? You should be reflective because this is psychotic. It's psychotic and horrific, and you just got to stop, right? You just got to stop doing it. It's horrific.
Yeah, but I would say like no one's perfect. We can all learn from everything, and you know.
Oh yeah, that's fine. You know, just go shoot a guy down the road and be like, well, no one's perfect. You know, you got to live and learn.
I mean, have you're a perfect person.
What do you mean? I wasn't allowed to go shoot that? It's like, come on.
Yeah, but you haven't made mistakes. You haven't made mistakes. You're perfect. Like, you haven't had trauma affect your life. Like,
I just got done telling you that not only have I dealt with all sorts of personal baggage, trauma, all sorts of things, right? Just like everybody else has. That is not an excuse for me to be a horrible person.
But you learn from it.
I don't get a pass. Like, no one's ever going to be like, well, Andrew, you being a horrible bastard, I'm going to go ahead and give you the pass on that because of past trauma. But for some reason, reflexively, women go, because horrible thing done to me. I was a perfect angel till some man corrupted me, so therefore doing horrible things to other people is acceptable. It's not acceptable.
I was traumatized when a Zin was spitting my cup. I'm not spitting in anybody else's cup this time.
I mean, I think I actually just saw you put something in my cup.
You wish.
What the fuck? Okay, all right. Thank you, Rachel, for the soup chat, by the way.
With collagen.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Okay, we have a chat here from Lucas. Can you read it, Deborah?
Yes. We missed that, to go back to that one from before, whenever. Nice Pee Wee Herman response. It's patently obvious that you're quite the highbrow intellect. Nevertheless, I've been married 22 years plus 2 kids. Oh, and by the way, my billing rate is $12.50 an hour, so do the math.
Wait, are you crying? Are you crying? Are you crying because you did horrible fucking things to a person and you finally realized that you're doing horrible things to a person?
No, I just
you need to cry. It's good for you to cry. That's what that's called. It's called taking responsibility.
It's not like I get that, but you gotta understand, like, people aren't fucking perfect. People make mistakes, and we can learn from that. You shouldn't just be like, oh, I'm a fucking human being just because I didn't recognize something. I can change and I can grow.
Oh, boo-hoo! Oh, you did a horrible thing to a person, and it was pointed out that you need to stop being horrible.
No one fucking told me I was doing a fucking horrible thing to somebody.
Take some accountability for the horrible fucking things that you're doing. And you should cry about it because it's fucking awful. It's awful.
So you never treated a girl like shit before?
No, I've never made a woman sleep on the ground like a dog and took her from walks and exploited her mental illness. It's psychotic.
And you know what? I don't even know if he has a fucking mental illness, so that's a fucking assumption.
He sleeps on the floor like a dog at his own request.
He wanted to. I didn't ask him to fucking do that. He wanted to do that. That was his choice. I told him he could sleep on the effing bed. He wanted to sleep on the floor.
The guy comes over and wants to cut off his arm. Are you going to be like, well, it was his choice?
I told him he could sleep on the bed. He chose to sleep on the floor. How is that my fucking fault?
Because you have agency and accountability. And
so does he. As an adult, he can choose to sleep on the floor. He can choose to sleep on the bed. That doesn't make me a horrible fucking person.
You have a duty, an accountable duty, because you are mentally well.
So if he wants to sleep on the floor, I should say, hey, get up on the bed.
Wait, guys,
get up on the bed. Get up on the bed. Because that is not fair to me to tell a person how they should be living their life. If he wants to live on the floor, he can live on the floor. If he wants to live on the bed, he can get up on the bed and sleep on the bed. I gave him that option.
But if you didn't play the part of, like, him being your pet, would he still do that? If you just treat him like a normal human being instead of a dog?
I mean, I don't go there.
Because if that's what he wants, then maybe if you just stopped doing that, he wouldn't find use with you of that anymore.
Well, I mean, maybe. I don't know. I just told him he could sleep on the bed. I never said, hey, you can do this or you want this. He chose to sleep on the floor. That was his...
Yeah, well, look how quick those fake tears dried up.
Wow. Cool, bro. That's really great.
Awkward. Someone asked a question earlier. We didn't get back to
I like that you invalidate the fact that someone actually has emotion because you think that I'm some psycho. But yeah, you actually think you're some god, right? Like you think you're the best.
I don't think I'm a god. But here's the thing, right? It's like, it's not godly. It's not me thinking I'm a god to tell you to stop being a fucking horrific human being and putting a man on the floor, putting him on the floor, treating him,
I didn't put him on the effing floor, and I made that very clear. I gave the option to sleep on the bed. I gave him that option. I didn't say, hey, go sleep on the floor.
I didn't tell him to sleep on the floor. He has the option to sleep on the bed. He chose to do that. So he has every right to do that, or he has every right to sleep on the bed. He, as a 30-year-old man, he can do whatever the fuck he wants to do. I gave him the option to bed.
You have no responsibility, no accountability, no duty whatsoever.
What, do you want me to grab him by his arms and put him on my effing bed?
No,
I'm not controlling what he does.
Can you get him some help?
I don't know how. I'm not in control of a fucking 30-year-old.
You don't have to be in control.
He can go to anything to get the resources.
If you're in charge to the point where you can treat him like a coat rack and hang your jacket on him, you think you can't take him? You think if you say, hey boy, come on and get in the car because I'm going to take you over to the clinic so that they can get you mentally evaluated, he's not going to go with you? You just don't have any duty here? You have no
I mean, I've taken him to get an Obama phone. He got an Obama phone. I've taken him to get food stamps. I've put in the time to actually take care of this person and make sure they're trying to get steps towards going somewhere else.
Because you get off on torturing him.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do. Otherwise, you wouldn't make him stand as a coat rack and hang your coats.
I don't necessarily offers to take people's coats. Like, he offers to actually help out.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the story kind of changes by the second so that you could make it sound like it's less horrible than what it is. You have a duty. You have a responsibility. You're crying because it's the first time anybody's ever told you that. How did you get through life? How did you get this far in life without somebody telling you that you're not allowed to do that to people?
Because maybe you're making it seem bad, worse than it actually is.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, maybe you're making it try to seem like it's not as bad as it actually is, because that's another form of validation to look at me.
Okay.
Alrighty then. Okay, well, we have going to, unless Andrew, did you have more? Or?
You shit on me for crying, and you say it's not okay for me to fucking cry.
Yeah, good. I'll shit on you. You know, I'm not shitting on you for crying, right?
You said, are you really fucking crying right now?
Absolutely.
And then you said I should fucking cry. So what? Make up your goddamn mind.
Good, cry. Good.
Yeah, I fucking will cry.
Yeah, you need to. What you're doing is horrific. Good, cry about it. Cry more.
What the fuck?
You say that I'm the fucking abusive one. You're telling me to fucking go cry.
Let's move on from this.
Yeah.
Fuck, you want to be my dom? Why don't you fucking be my dom while you're at it? Tell me what the fuck you do. Tell me when I should go to the fucking bathroom.
You want him to be your dom? Andrew, she's looking for. She's switching roles. She was the sub. She was the dom. Now she wants to be a sub. Andrew's a married man, just letting you know, so he's probably not available. He's not available. As his representative, as his agent, as his PR person, he's not available to dom you. I'm sorry.
I don't want that, but I'm just saying he's telling me what to do.
He's a very
so it's obviously you want to be my dad.
You would be a good dom.
Tell me to cry.
What the fuck is happening right now?
You know, the thing is,
what's happening?
Ultimately,
let's go back to the question.
Ultimately, I'm very much a very kind man. And what you're doing is horrible.
You sound like a very fucking kind man, and the mustache has to be.
Yeah, that's right. Because here, the actual victim who's not you, is who you should be crying for, not for you.
Next question.
Anyways, that was an exchange that happened. So okay, we have Graffito tagged. He asked like 3 questions.